In today's episode, I'm exploring the remains of an Alpine World War I battlefront, experiencing the rough life of soldiers at high altitude and seeking shelter from the wind in an abandoned hideout. Back during the First World War, they had three options to bring up supplies: either by a cable car with horses and mules, or on foot. Now, I don't have a horse and there's no more cable cars, so my own two legs will have to do. My backpack's around 20 kilos, so it's not light by any means, but compared to what those soldiers used to carry up here, it's only a fraction. Some of the cannons they used on top of the ridge weighed even as much as a few tons. I don't know how they managed to get them up there, but probably not in one piece. First remains. Getting windier and snowier. Oh. Now we have to get on top of that mountain. Where exactly, I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure it out. The trail is hard to miss. Just tipped me over. I think I see something. Oh yeah, there's a hole. The wind is blowing directly through this hole. Oh. An old piece of concrete. Well, I'm definitely not gonna slip in here. It's way too windy. Okay, now I need to follow this path on the other side of the mountain. Almost got dizzy from all of these zigzags. And there's the bunker we just saw. What kind of luxury is that? We even got a tunnel. So cool. Lollipop. That's a 2.5 meter wide trail on the side of a cliff. Not to mention, it's over 100 years old and arguably in better condition than some of our public roads in Slovenia. Hello, sunshine. Can you hear that? There's no wind. Look. A little wall here. These walls are still so well preserved. Even these smaller rocks are still in there. There's nothing holding them together. They sure knew how to stack rocks. Thanks to whoever made these tracks before me. Oh. Another cave. Again, lots of wind coming through the hole on the other side, so not a good place to camp. I need to find one without the window. First one of the day. Now just 2 or 3 more to go. We'll see how much time we have. The front line between Italy and Austro-Hungary stretched across these mountains for 90 kilometers. Started here, went over this ridge and all the way down to the Adriatic coast. On a nice sunny day like today, you can even see the ocean. That's the highest mountain of this mountain range, and that's where I plan to go. The Austro-Hungarians were the first to take over that mountain, but because, as you know, high ground is very important in every battle, the Italians tried many times to take it over, and eventually they did, but more about that later. Huh. If we don't find anything better, this should do the job. Alrighty. Let's march onwards. Another hut. Hope this doesn't collapse. There seems to be another cave and a little structure on top. Huh. It's amazing. I don't know if this ledge was carved out or if it was already like that. But it is a very wide ledge. Doesn't go far. Back on the trail. Luckily the wind is coming from the other side of the mountain, so I'm completely shielded here on this side. Oh, look at that. That's nice. That looks like a decent cave to sleep in. I mean, the ground is a bit swampy, but you can throw in a bit of snow and it should be fine. It's either gonna be this one or the one we saw earlier. I think these two are the main candidates. Either way, I'm gonna leave my stuff somewhere around here and decide later. I see another one. Oh, or maybe none of the previously mentioned. This one seems even nicer. Up here, this ledge, or here by the entrance. I'll leave some of my stuff behind. And off we go. It's quite a tricky access, so I don't think anybody's gonna steal my stuff. Oh. How can this stuff survive for 100 years up here? What's the secret? You could definitely learn a lot from those guys. How nice is this view with the sea and the snow. We've got everything. Just following the ledge to the sea. And another one. There's so many of these holes. It kinda looks like ammunition, but I highly doubt it is. Second summit, and a missile or whatever that is. Getting closer. I won't be going directly to the top from the ridge, but instead I'll be going down here and around from the other side. Before I do that, I need a sandwich break. You can even see some boats from here. And the pyramids of Egypt. Huh. Every 5 meters there's a hole. Oh, this one's a tunnel, not a hole. This place is one giant museum. There's so many of these trenches all over the place. Just walking through them. It's like a shielded mountain path. Following the deer tracks. There's about 15 centimeters of snow, but so far it's doable without the crampons. It's still quite soft. There's the saddle. Haha. Look at these snails. No matter how old I get, that will always be fun. There it is. It's only one part of the cannon. Even that probably weighs at least a ton or two, maybe even more. Would love to see some footage of how they got it up here. Okay, let's go to the top. 20 more minutes. Look at that, so much barbed wire. It's all over the place. There's a whole cloud of it here. And the can, a tin can. Here behind me we can see the ridge I hiked today. And this mountain is the highest point of the ridge and the whole front line. Once the Italians took it over, they placed machine guns and cannons at the top, which is a huge advantage. but having the top position also had its downsides. Oh, look at that. Got distracted a bit. Where was I? Oh yeah, having the top position also had its downsides. Lots of soldiers died because of lightning, so that's why they gave it a nickname, the Mountain of Thunder. For most of the war, the southwest belonged to Italy and the northeast to Austro-Hungary. I hope you heard anything, because I'm trying my best to talk over the wind. This might be the highest mountain, but that's not where most of the fighting happened. We've got the Italians shooting from behind us, we've got the Austro-Hungarians shooting from that peak, and this poor mountain took all of the beating. It's now 10 meters lower because of all the bombing. We don't have much time, but I'd feel bad if I didn't show you this mountain as well. Number 432 today. Yeah, I know, wind jacket goes on the outside, but give me a break, I was in a rush. Stairway to heaven. Oh, I see. Across and 58mm caliber. So cool. Oh, I can see more structures in the distance. For some reason this reminds me of the Flintstones house. Oh. Why didn't I bring a light? Well, it ends just like any other. Oh, cool. The camera doesn't do it justice, but isn't that cool? Oh. I don't have much time left. that's what you get after 5 tons of explosives. A wreck of a mountain. Okay, let's get off this wind. Most of the casualties per square meter happen right here on this mountain, and there wasn't a clear winner until the very end. They are battling it out the whole war. Now back to the bunkers. Bye bye. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Another giant missile. $149mm. Oh my goodness. The worst part about this wind is it wasn't supposed to be here. I was checking the weather the whole week and this wasn't on the menu. Oh, finally, the portal. Oh. 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 It's like entering a new world, a peaceful world. Oh. Okay, let's get to that hole. Nope, no towers. Huh? I think that's the one. Okay, I'm gonna leave my sticks here. Haha. Yep, that's the one. Oh, my back can finally breathe a bit. Okay, let's make this place as cozy as it can be. I'm gonna level this out a bit and build a small wall at the end. Oh, forgot. We got a pickaxe. first try. Okay, hopefully this little bump prevents me from sliding down into the valley floor. It was a long day. I don't even know if this chicken is still edible, but I'm gonna take my chances. Some kind of a risotto, but improvised a bit, threw in everything I could find. Have to let that expand a bit and then we're golden. Better than nothing. I made a rookie mistake. Forgot to bring a bag for my shoes. So now they're gonna be all frozen in the morning. Well, it's only gonna be a problem if I don't die from food poisoning. Gute Nacht. Still alive. Breakfast in bed. Usually I also put some banana inside, but unfortunately it got completely smushed in my backpack. Okay, let's eat out of here. Nothing better than putting on frozen boots in the morning. just noticed there's a passage in here, but it's almost completely filled. Before you spend the night in a cave, make sure there's no sign of loose rocks or water, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. When I got here, the snow was nice and clean and there weren't any raindrops on the roof, so it's always a good sign. As always, leave no trace. It's quite a nice day after all. It's all fun and games now, but back then it was a totally different story. There was up to 10 meters of snow and it got down to minus 30 degrees. So you either froze or got swept by an avalanche. Either way, not a good way to end. Well, the summers weren't much better either, because that's when all of the fighting happened. And they also had a huge shortage of water. In the winter you could melt snow, so you were fine at least in that way. But in the summer you often had to survive with only about a liter per week. I really love to explore and learn about the First World War history in our mountains, but it's sad to think how many people had to die for nothing, just because some politicians can't put their egos aside and handle arguments like normal adults. Well, sometimes it's not even an argument, it's just some maniac who wants to take over the world. If the politicians have a problem, they can sort it out themselves in the ring, and they're so eager to fight instead of sending other people into war. Don't ask me about the tires. They've been driving around with me for a few weeks now. I always forget to drop them off at the dump. Oh. Now the only thing left to do is a nice cold ice bath. I might not agree, but I'd say it was worth it. Save myself an hour of hiking.